Dit is Radio 6.
Soul and jazz.
Mr. Branford Marsalis, it's an honor to have you in the studio. Could you move a little bit to the microphone, please? Because otherwise we'll have trouble hearing you. First of all, we have to check a couple of things because you had trouble with your saxophone. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
It seems that they were dropped from a very high altitude off of the airplane.
Oh my God.
The case was fine, but the contents inside were pretty messed up.
And I mean, it's an inconvenience, but actually it's way bigger for a saxophone player because it must be a personal thing, right?
I don't have relationships with metal objects.
No, you don't?
No.
Because I know some musicians who
I know
have.
they do, and that's why they don't have girlfriends and wives. But that's another story. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I was able to borrow a saxophone from a really cool guy, and my tenor saxophone was good enough to make it through the gig, and the soprano was wiped out, but I borrowed one, and it worked out well.
Okay, you also performed how long was it ago with Sting?
5 minutes, yeah.
Sting on stage, Englishmen in New York. We're able to broadcast it in after we finish our little chat here in the studio. How was it on stage?
It was fun.
Yeah?
I've done it a bunch of times, so it was like putting on a comfortable pair of shoes.
Is it? Yeah.
Just pick up right where you left off.
I have another peculiar question because I know you're good friends with a Dutch drummer. And, his name is Joost Patokka, and he's well known in Holland, and he's drumming with Benjamin Herman, for example, another saxophone player. And you guys got to know each other in a very special way, right? What happened?
Oh, a very special way. I was holding my saxophone, and I think we were washing clothes, I think. Yeah.
That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Because you had a trouble.
We were on the
finding...
road. He was on the road with Carolyn Breuer, and we were on the road, and we knew each other. But it's like, yeah, man, I got to go wash clothes. Me too.
And so you sat there, watching the washing machine,
talking
and
trash,
talking.
and he's a really funny guy, and
he is. Yeah.
We were saying really crazy and stupid things, and it worked out well.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk music now because these are the details of life, but they're good to hear. They're good to hear. You've got this album last year. You had it out. It's 4 MFs playing tunes.
Yeah.
Is the MF what I think it is?
Musical friends.
Ah, musical friends.
Or as my daughter said, mountain fairies.
Mountain fairies, really? Oh,
what does that mean? I said, well, what do you think it means? She goes, mountain fairies. So yeah, 4 mountain fairies playing tunes.
And what's the musical concept of it?
I guess the concept is just, when you become a jazz musician, we have to learn so much information that you can take songs and reduce them to information. And you can exploit the song with data. But what I like to do is play the song in a manner that I think the song was intended to be played. So you make choices based on what the song is, not based on what your technical options are. So if you listen to our music, it's not as notey as a lot of other jazz musicians who kind of play a lot of notes all the time. And we don't change the meter, we don't change the chords, we just play the songs.
Is this the main thing, the real thing, when we talk about Branford Marsalis? Or is it just one of the many things you're doing? Because we know, because of the collaboration with Sting, of course.
Well, whenever I play a style of music, I think that authenticity is the most... I think authenticity is more important than this bizarre kind of obsession with individuality. Because a lot of musicians would say, well, I have my style and you just have to deal with my style. But I just... New Orleans is a city where we like playing music. Yeah. Like the music is more important than we are. So I try to be accommodating when I'm playing other people's music, but I want to play it in the style that is authentic to what they're trying to do, and try to find my own voice, for lack of a better term, within that context, as opposed to saying that I have one voice and I'm going to impose it on everything.
Another question I was thinking about, because Bonnie Raitt was here just a couple of minutes ago, and she was extremely happy about the festival being a festival with a broad range of genres. And
Right.
she's a rocker, she's a blues singer, she's what she is. And she said that's fantastic. That it's all here in this concept of the North Sea Jazz Festival. You as a jazzman, are you happy with that concept as well?
I mean, Bonnie Raitt's a quality talent. It doesn't really matter to me. There's some really strange choices considering it's supposed to be a jazz festival, but I would much prefer to change it to the North Sea Music Festival and keep it just as it is. And then the conversation is over.
And why? Because I do know why you say it, but why is it necessary? Because
Well, it's not necessary because I think more people when they it's almost all of with many of my friends when they say they're going to a jazz festival, they don't expect to hear any jazz at all at the jazz festival. It's just the word has just been used in a way that, and as we say in the States, I mean that train has left the station and it's not coming back. So it's not like the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival.
Yeah, indeed.
There's almost no jazz and no heritage anymore.
It's the same
It's
concept,
just a
right?
big music festival.
Even bigger than this one.
Well, this
many times bigger.
This one is more interesting to me because they will use some of the big name acts to bring over some of the lesser known acts and give them an opportunity to play because there are some people who are not well known who are incredibly gifted, and that's one of the great things about it is that bringing in a quality musician like my mate Sting and the people that come with that allow them to bring in a great pianist like Kenny Barron who is less well known but deserves to be heard. So I like that formula. I think it's a great formula.